guessed it. That's the all-new Duke 790, better known as the Scalpel, better known for doing this. It is arguably the most precise tool in KTM's armory right now. Built with the sole aim of dissecting corners like no middleweight naked has done before. Incredibly compact, razor sharp, powered by a dynamite of an engine and backed by class-leading electronics. It is hard not to buy into KTM's claim. And to be honest, we were already convinced after our track outing. So I've set out to answer another intriguing question. If the Scalpel is in fact an extension of a Swiss army knife, if it can extend its craft to forests, beaches and the urban jungle. And it's only in Goa that even the mundane can be so bright and colorful. And even the Duke 790 seems determined not to dampen our spirits. It carves through traffic with the same ease and precision, light on its feet and waiting to pounce at the tiniest of gaps. Clutch is light, its seat height approachable. The explosive engine, of course, doesn't like the stop-go stuff, but cools down as soon as you get moving. Also, the heat management is actually quite good, with most of the heat diverted away from your legs. And I would have loved to tell you a little bit more about the pillion comfort, but surprisingly, I didn't find any takers. Everyone seemed to have a problem with this sexy exhaust. Looks sizzling hot to me. And it sounds good too. Especially when the 105 ponies can stretch their legs. This is where the Duke's longest in-class wheelbase comes handy. And so does the wheelie control. And when you drop the pace, you're still very much in the meat of the torque. And when you have 67 of the 87 Newton meters of torque delivered at just 4,000 RPM, and with the last three gears spaced out really well, that makes cruising on this very, very effortless. I mean, you can sit in the sixth gear at 150 kilometers per hour all day long and still have more than enough juice on tap for quick overtakes. I think that is in fact the sweet spot, because that's where the wind blast is still very manageable and the vibrations almost non-existent. Now don't get me wrong, the twin counterbalancers really have their work cut out in the first three gears, and that's where the buzz creeps in around 6,500 RPM on the handlebar and the pegs. But things do get noticeably calmer in the higher gears. And man, I love the ergonomics. I mean, as compared to a Duke 390, there's so much room to move around. The mirrors give you a good view of the world behind you. The handlebar is nice and upright. And even the seat, though it started off to feel a little bit on the firmer side, in the long haul, it's a big boon. And long hauls it can do. Despite its tiny 14-litre tank, it still delivered an impressive fuel economy of 18 kilometers per litre. And with its 186 mm of ground clearance, you can explore with a conviction that few nakeds will bestow on you. Where can it be better? Well, as we have already established, it's not the most pillion friendly, and also the position of the exhaust leaves you with fewer options to mount your luggage. Also, the screen is not really readable, especially in the afternoons when the sun's beating down on you. But the one thing which really left me wanting was the ride quality. I mean, high-speed damping is okay, but the forks really struggle to dampen out the harshness on broken roads. So that's the one thing which I would definitely look at upgrading if you're planning on purchasing this motorcycle. The one thing which doesn't live up to the high benchmark that the 790 sets. I mean, to be honest, I never imagined this motorcycle to be so good in corners, so sharp, so agile. Never in my wildest dream did I think that it would be this good at touring. So much so that I feel that this has been the best companion on this ride of mine, this journey to Goa, to all these places which have always eluded me. So much so that even though I drown myself in this amazing sunset and the realization that tomorrow I have to head back home, a part of me still cannot help but be a little bit excited, for I know the journey back home is going to be nothing short of epic.